Hey guys, it's Friday. How's it going? Alan, Charlie and Todd, it was brilliant speaking to you last night on Skype. I think that's the first time I've ever actually spoken to more than a couple of you at the same time. Like in a multi-conversation type window. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Todd, I'm really sorry that I didn't get my microphone working in time for us to speak properly last night. I'm just such a complete Skype noob, I have no idea how to use it. I think in the end I actually finally did manage to work out how to get my mic working, but I felt kind of stupid when I was trying to speak to you because you were like, "Hey Johnny, how's it going?" And I was like, "Hey Todd, how are you?" And you blatantly couldn't hear me. You were like, "Johnny, can you hear me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can hear you. Can you not hear me?" And you couldn't, so I was just sitting there talking to a computer screen by myself. Alan, I loved your letters that you wrote on Monday. Again, like Charlie, I would have probably done that myself and made a letters video, but I've been a bit lazy and couldn't be bothered to write the letters, so instead I'm just going to talk to you for a few minutes. Alex and Charlie, I absolutely cannot wait for tomorrow. Earlier today, before I started making the video, I made like a list of all the things that I need to bring tomorrow. Like the tickets, my phone, my wallet, my train ticket. Yeah, just random stuff like that, like my iPod to keep me entertained on the train. I've got to get up dead early again tomorrow. I've got to get up at like 6 o'clock to catch my train down to London. But it'll be worth it, and yeah, I can't wait to see you guys. Todd, last week you were talking about like stuff from your childhood and like your school days. And I had a little fish around through my memory drawer thing that I've got, and I found a story which I wrote when I was in year 1, so that would make me, what, about 6 years old, I think? And the story's called You Won't Get Wet Today, Jonathan. And it actually has some illustrations to go along with the book, so I'll show you some illustrations throughout the book as well. There's the one on the front page, me and my mother. One day I went to the shop with my mummy, and I bought a new raincoat. It was blue, and I carried it home, and I put my raincoat on the peg. Illustration number 1. On Sunday, I got up, I got my clothes on, and I quickly went downstairs, and I got my raincoat on. Mum shouted, "You won't get wet today." Instead, I went to the seaside, but I did get wet. And here's an illustration of me getting wet at the seaside. On Monday, I quickly got up, I quickly got my clothes on, and I ran downstairs quickly. I do things very quickly, you know. I got my raincoat. My mum shouted, "You won't get wet today. Why do not you go and have a swim in the pool?" But I did get wet. And here's me getting wet in the pool. On Tuesday, I quickly got up, I got my clothes on, I went downstairs. I quickly went to my peg to get my raincoat on. Mum shouted, "You won't get wet today." But instead I went in my paddling pool. But I did get wet. And here's a picture of me in my paddling pool with what seems to be a couple of dead butterflies. How lovely. Okay, on Wednesday I quickly got up and quickly went downstairs, even forgetting to put my clothes on. I had my breakfast and ran to my peg. Mum shouted, "You won't get wet today." Instead, I had a snowball fight. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this video ends up getting flagged because of this illustration I'm about to show you. It could be classed as sort of X-rated material, bordering on pornography. I obviously thought a lot of myself when I was a 6-year-old kid, and this picture's a little bit disturbing, I guess. But yeah, there's me having a snowball fight, without my clothes on, obviously. And look at that, it's bigger than both of my legs almost. It's crazy. I guess it was even obvious when I was a 6-year-old that I was very well endowed. On Thursday, I quickly got my clothes on, I got hold of the banister and ran downstairs. I pulled my raincoat, pulled spelt P-U-L-D. I pulled my raincoat so hard that the peg came off. Mum shouted, "You won't need that. Why don't you go to the seaside?" On Friday, I zoomed downstairs, even forgetting to put my clothes on. I zoomed at my breakfast, and I got my raincoat from the floor. Mum shouted, "You won't need that." I am bored. Well, why don't you go on your skateboard? And here's the illustration of me on my skateboard. On Saturday, I got up, I zoomed downstairs, even forgetting to put my clothes on. I went downstairs crying, but my mummy was holding my raincoat. I went to the window, it was raining. Hooray! I did not get wet. And here's a lovely illustration of me at the end, standing under the rain clouds, getting covered in rain, wearing my favourite blue raincoat. Look at that, my thumb's up in the air. I'm absolutely loving it. What a happy ending to the story. And I actually got a little well done sticker for the story, so yay. Congratulations, 6-year-old me. Alan and Todd, I can't wait to see you again next week. Hopefully chat to you sometime soon on Skype again. And Alex and Charlie, I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. I'm super excited, yeah, it'll be fun. I'll text you both when I'm on the train. Okay, bye.